How?
I'd love to be a guest at VidCon. No, thank you. This is crazy. I've only ever dreamed of this moment, and it all still feels very much like I'm living a fantasy. Wait a minute.
I guess I better get to work.
Hey everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of the Elias Thompson Show. I'm Elias Thompson, and hopefully what you're about to see will be more than mediocre. This week I'm going to try something I have almost no experience in doing: cooking. Thankfully, I'll have some help from a friend of mine, but first let's hand it off to Elias as he gives us a quick rundown of what's been happening lately in the newsroom. Welcome to the newsroom. My name is Elias Thompson, and yes, this is the largest green screen I could afford. 2 weeks ago marked the premiere of The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, which made history by bringing the show back to New York City for the first time in 42 years. Late Night with Seth Meyers also premiered 1 week ago, which has been met with mixed reviews. I personally think that Seth will soon find his footing, however, agreeing with Twitter user K4Sid, who says, "Jimmy Fallon and Seth Meyers back to back. Gonna love it." Recently, it's been reveal trailer mania on the internet, as the Guardians of the Galaxy reveal trailer, Godzilla reveal trailer, and Heroes Reborn reveal teaser were all unveiled to the public. They've been well received by fans for the most part, including myself, who, upon first learning about the Heroes reboot, said something similar to what Twitter user Neil_McNeil did, who said, "Heroes is coming back to NBC, somebody hold me." The Sochi 2014 Olympics came to a close. This is boring. Twitch Plays Pokemon, a social experiment in which internet chat room users control a copy of Pokemon Red version, took the internet by storm recently, amassing millions of simultaneous views and tens of thousands of chat participants. The users finally were able to beat the game early last Saturday morning after playing non-stop for 16 days, 7 hours, 50 minutes, and 19 seconds. I personally find that I agree with That's all the time we have for today, but if you have a news tip you think I might care about, feel free to let me know or link me in the comments. Up next is Cooking with Elias and Friends. Thanks, Elias. I'm here with my friend who is also my mother, in this case. Her name is Alda Thompson. Alda, welcome to the show.
Thanks.
Now, we're going to be making a recipe that my mother sort of came up with herself. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what we're going to be making?
We're going to be making bruschetta. It's kind of like an Italian salsa. With this, you're going to have French baguettes or garlic bread, basically, that you're going to be putting it on.
Okay. And you're going to walk me through it step by step?
Sure.
All right. Well, let's get started.
Let me just tell you what the ingredients are. I've got these Roma tomatoes, yellow tomatoes, a lemon, red onion, fresh garlic, Kalamata olives, virgin olive oil, fresh basil, and salt and pepper.
All right. So what's step one?
First of all, we're just gonna cut up the tomatoes. Cut your tomato in half. You're gonna cut like this, slices. Got it?
I don't know, do I?
Yes, just don't cut off your fingers.
I will try my best.
Get them like, gather them together and then just cut them. Once you've done that, just put them in here. So now just cut it once in half like that, and then the other way too, so in quarters. So now we're done with that. Do the onion next. Cut off the end of the onion, cut off both ends, cut it in half. Give you one half. Just do the same thing like you did to the tomato.
What is this?
Open your package of fresh basil. Get the basil, it's like this, de-stem it.
So we're separating the stems from the leaves?
From the leaves, right. Now get your knife and do it just like the tomato. I think we're gonna do about like 6 cloves. So what you can do is you could either slice it up or you could use the grater.
What's the grater?
Just put the garlic clove on here like this and grate it over the bowl. Get a few olives, put them on your plate and start chopping. Those are all your basic ingredients. Look how pretty that is because of all the different colors.
It's multicolored, that's for
Yes,
sure.
This is a Meyer lemon. The way that you want to squeeze it on here is upward in case there are any hidden seeds. Don't spill into there because you don't want to like chomp into a seed. So now we're just gonna like put a little bit of olive oil on there, just like that. Now I'm gonna add a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. And that's pretty much it.
So we're done with the actual bruschetta, but we've got bread here. What are we doing with it?
We're gonna set the oven to 400, let it get to temperature, and then we're gonna stick these directly on the rack and let them bake for about 15 minutes. Then we'll cut them up and we'll brush them with butter and garlic powder, and then we'll toast them.
So we have our bruschetta and our bread ready. What do we do now?
Now we're gonna eat it. Do you like it?
It tastes like I remember. Well, thank you again very much for being on the show today, Mom,
Welcome.
Alda. That's it for us. Back to you, Elias. Thanks, guys. This week's viewer question comes from YouTube user ThatGamerGuy52, who asks, "What is your favorite video game that is not Metroid Prime?" Well, ThatGamerGuy52, while Metroid Prime is my favorite video game, my second favorite would have to go to another video game in that same series, Metroid Zero Mission. Now, while Prime was the breakout 3D hit that won a lot of people over, including myself, Zero Mission showed people that Metroid can still be successful as a side-scrolling adventure, just like it began as. With its combination of physics, little tweaks to the story, as well as hidden secrets, this makes it my second favorite video game. Now, if you'd like to know my favorite video game outside of the Metroid series, then that would go to The Legend of Zelda: Twilight Princess. Now, while I've always been a Zelda fan, Twilight Princess took it to a whole new level for me. With gorgeous visuals, a compelling storyline, as well as plenty of things to do, this makes it my favorite non-Metroid video game by far. Thanks for the question, ThatGamerGuy52, and if you have a question you'd like me to answer on the next episode, feel free to leave it in the comments below. This week's recommended channel comes from someone who I've gotten to know over the past few weeks by the name of the Mighty Jerd. Now, he posts regular fitness videos, but with an interesting twist. They're all catered to nerd folks such as myself. It's very apparent that he knows what he's talking about, and I myself could probably take a bit of his advice. So go check out his channel, the link to which is down there in the corner. Well, that's it for this week's episode, everyone. But be sure and leave a comment to let me know what you thought about this week's episode, as well as the show as a whole. You can check out some of my other videos down below, as well as follow me on social media. I'll see you guys next time, and remember to be more than mediocre.